Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. So for today I'm going to be reviewing the new palette from Adept Cosmetics. So if you want to hear my thoughts on this palette, see some looks and swatches, then please stick around for today's video and make sure you are subscribed before leaving today. So this palette right here is Cyborg Choir, and I want to pop up some close-ups for you so you can see it better. This palette retails for $79. I do have an affiliate code. It's BRITTANYRAE. If you would like to save some money, I really do appreciate it if you do use my code. And as the time I'm filming this palette is actually still in stock, so hopefully by the time this video goes up, it will still be available if you do decide that this palette is right for you. I initially was going to skip on it because the color store was a little bit out of my comfort zone, but then at the end of the day I just could not let it go. I went ahead and impulsively bought it, and I'm so glad that I did because I have actually already created 4 looks, which you will see after the first look, and I'm liking the looks that I've created so far. So let's go ahead, let's zoom you in, and let's get started with look number 1. So I'm going in with the shade Digital Harmony. This is the only one that I have not used yet. It's like a blue teal with those red sparkles. It's like one of my favorite shades ever, just as far as like the color, and I had to save this one to share with y'all. I wanted to use it in every look, but I held strong so I could share it with y'all. It is just so creamy and buttery. And I have found that with all the other shimmers, they're that smooth, beautiful formulation that we love from Adept. I want to go in with this beautiful purple. I just love this tone of purple, and that is going to be the matte that I kind of pair with this. I'll probably layer a few on. My main goal with some of these looks, because a few of you said that you thought like it was cute and all, but it's a little bit out of your comfort zone. You just don't wear these bright bold colors, or maybe you're not sure exactly like what colors you would pair with these mattes. So I wanted to take the approach of doing some more wearable looks, if you will, but honestly at the end of the day it's still a colorful palette. But I was able to create some looks that made me feel like confident and I would wear them out. There was just one look that I did that was pretty colorful for me, but honestly you'll see it, I end up loving it. So this purple is pretty light. It's perfect for crease or also like blending out other shades. I want to go in with this one right here. I thought it was initially going to be like a pink, but on me it pulls a little bit more of like a purpley tone. Still very, very pretty. If you pair this shade with the purple matte, obviously it will pull purple, but if you mix it with the pink shimmers, I noticed that it pulls pretty pink. I really enjoy the mattes in this palette. They all performed really, really nice because like I said, I've already used all the shades in here, and it was really important for me to do that because I didn't want to just throw up a review with one look. I wanted to really test out the palette and create multiple looks and hopefully inspire you. But so far, so good. So I went in with the black. I typically will reach for the black and the navy blue as liner. So I went in with the black to kind of line my upper lid a little bit. And now I just want to go in just barely and deepen out the outer corner ever so slightly and make it a little smoky. This black is really pretty. It is easy to work with. You can build it up. It's not too intense. And I don't get a ton of fallout with the mattes. So that is something I wanted to note. Like, you don't get a lot of powder kick up in the pan. That's another reason why I really enjoy Adept's mattes. They have a good formula. They've really been improving their mattes. Now I'm going back in with the first shimmer and just kind of putting it a little bit back on top so we don't lose it. And I'm also going to put it on the inner corner. It is so fiery and beautiful. I wanted this look to I got my inspiration from the packaging. So hopefully I was able to succeed and pull it off. And now I'm going to add some mascara and then I'll show you the finished look. Okay, so all I did was add a white in the waterline, and this is the finished look. So now I'm going to turn down the brightness. I love this one so much. Do you see why I love these fiery multi-chromes that have like the pops of pink and red in there? They're just my absolute favorite. I really, really like how the look came out. This is actually probably one of my favorite looks that I created just because I saved the shade that I was most excited for y'all to like really apply with you live. It is so, so pretty. So before we jump into the next looks, I just want to have some fun and swatch some for you real quick, and then we'll dive into them. They're so just buttery and beautiful. Oh my goodness. Alright, here we go. That's just one dip, and y'all know I don't like dig in crazy. I like to keep my shimmers, so as long as possible, so I'm not someone who just adds so many layers on my swatches. Oh, do you see the holochromes? They're so... Do you see how that first shade has like a yellow orange to it, and then it like flips to blue, ultraviolet, purple? It is so, so beautiful. Anyways, I just want to do a little swatchy swatch, and then we'll go ahead and jump into the next looks. For look number 2, the purples in the palette inspired me, and that's why I pulled the purple matte, the purple shimmer, and just had a few fun pops. I loved this look and how it came out so much. Purples for me are kind of neutral leaning, so this is one, as far as like this colorful palette, I feel like very confident in wearing it. For look number 3, I honestly didn't know exactly where I was going with this look, but I really was inspired to play with the black and the navy in the palette and just kind of mix it up and have fun with it. And honestly, the end look really inspired me, and I cannot wait. Like, I want to recreate that again. I think it turned out so, so pretty, and the holochromes just have my heart. They are absolutely beautiful. They just add the perfect touch to every single look. For look number 4, I was feeling inspired to play with the beautiful blues in the palette, and as you'll see, I wanted a fun, beautiful pop of yellow because this palette, one of the main reasons I bought it was the fun yellow pops in here. I think it's so unique and just added the perfect touch for this palette. This look was so much fun. It's the most colorful that I did, but I absolutely love how it came out. Look number 5 is completely inspired by the pinks in the palette. I wanted to show how versatile this palette really is. I tried to do each look with a different color scheme in mind. And for this last look, I want to do pink because I know so many of you love your pinks, and this palette has definitely some pinks to offer you a different variation. And the holochromes just have my heart. Honestly, the pinks blended out so lovely into one another. I think that this is a look that so many people are going to love. Okay, so now it is time to come back and give you some of my thoughts on this palette. I do hope you enjoyed all the looks that I created. Now let's talk about Cyborg Choir. The packaging, I think it is just, it's so beautiful. I thought this was going to be of like pink and blues, and honestly it really is. I think that I love this like right here, the little emblem. I love that detail. It's so pretty, and I just love this aesthetic of Adept, and also like the way it feels. If y'all are familiar with Adept, you know they just feel so luxe. And they also have like little numbers on the mirror. They're really cool, and that was a nice touch as well. Now let's talk about the color story. Is this exactly what I envisioned? No, but I think it is so unique, and that's ultimately why I bought it. I was actually going to completely skip on it, and I was using the Arrow inspired palette, and it was so good. Like, y'all know Adept is so good, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna buy it because I think they said that this was going to not restock until maybe the end of the year or like sometime later in the year, and I was like, I have FOMO, I want it now. Ask questions later, you know. And I'm so glad that I ended up picking it up, even though it is a little bit out of my comfort zone. I'm not gonna lie. Typically I'm going to reach for this palette more as in a companion palette, so I will reach for like my neutral shades that I absolutely love, and then pop into the shimmers for some fun pops, multi-chromes, holochromes, all the things, because there's a wide variety in shimmers in this palette. And keep in mind, Adept Cosmetics, their palettes are magnetic, so you can just take a little tool and pop them out and put in other mattes if you do not want these and you just want, if you're just here for the shimmers, you know what I'm saying, or you can like rearrange it however you want. So I do like that is like some versatile. You get lots of creativity with the depths, and magnetic palettes in general have my heart because of that creativity that you can actually put into the palette. As far as the shimmers go, they're typical for Adept. They are lovely. Some of them are like buttery and some of them are smooth. I would say the holochromes are more smooth, and then the other shimmers are more of like that creamy buttery consistency, but they're not like too squishy to where it's going to emphasize texture unless you keep layering and layering. Then like that's typical with all shimmers, you know what I'm saying. So I do like the nice mix of textures. I will say one thing that I found out about the holochromes in here, I think you would need a base like NYX glitter glue or something like that, because the holochromes, they're a little flaky, but not in a bad way. But just know that you need to go in very softly with them, because they're very, like, as far as Adept shimmers, they're very fragile. So just go in very softly so you don't get lots of like fallout all over your face. I get fallout because I blend over shimmers, but I don't care. I'm just kind of helping you out. But I think the shimmers are just so beautiful, and the mattes, they are out of my comfort zone, but they are so pretty and unique to my collection. I love the yellow. I think it is so beautiful. I love the purple. I like that we got this beautiful black. Honestly, I used it almost, maybe even in every single look. And the navy was a nice touch, because you have to love blues and you have to love pinks, because this palette is full of blues and full of pinks. One of my biggest hesitations when getting this palette, I was nervous that all the shades would, not all, a lot of the shades would look very similar on the eyes. And honestly, with multi-chromes, the way they shift, they are pretty different. But with that being said, you need to like blues and you need to like pinks. But as someone who doesn't reach for blues all that often, I am still happy with this. So if you love blues, I think you're going to absolutely love the palette. So for me, 10 out of 10, and my end result, like, I'm happy. I'm very happy, no regret. Now, as far as the price point, this was, what, $79, I believe, and it ended up being like $90 after shipping and all that fun stuff. So this, honestly, for me, is out of my price range. Typically, I don't like to spend that much, but Adept is a very luxurious brand. So, and also I wanted to mention they had just launched Flying Fiddles, and it's like back-to-back releases. So I want them to slow down, because it's too expensive to keep up. But at the same time, the quality, it's an $80 quality, you know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to mention that, because I know a lot of you are going to be like, why didn't you talk about the price point being so high? It is high, I know. And I was so excited to buy this palette, I completely forgot that they had like a 20% off coupon. I just used my discount code. So maybe the discount code is still open for like the 20% off. If so, I'll definitely put it in my description box. But price point's high, but so is the quality. The quality is amazing. So you're just going to have to decide for yourself, can you justify this price point? As a makeup lover, yes, absolutely. I bought makeup before I had my channel, and I'm gonna buy it now, you know. So for me, it's worth it. But keep in mind that you need to like blues and pinks, and I love the fun yellow pop. But anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. I'm not gonna have time to edit all of my images into this video, but make sure you're following me on my Instagram, because I will definitely try to get that up as soon as possible. And also let me know if you want to see more looks. I'll do maybe like a 3 looks reel or something like that. If you need some more inspiration, maybe I can pair this with another Adept palette like Flying Fiddles or something, so use like the neutrally matte with these fun pops. You let me know and I will do that for you. But that's going to do it for today's video. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're doing well. I hope that you are healthy, happy, and safe. Stay beautiful. Bye, guys.